Hey guys, Ed Barsky here with BK Real Estate, agents you can trust at a price you can afford. I'm here today to tell you what it really takes to sell a house. Now there are a ton of myths in our real estate community about what it really takes to sell a property. Agents will tell you a bunch of stuff, sellers already believe a bunch of stuff, but I'm here to tell you exactly what it takes. So selling a house only takes three things. The first thing is staging of the property. Now, when I talk about staging, I'm not talking about HGTV staging. I'm talking about going room to room, getting each room in the best way that it can be presented, using the stuff that's already there and removing things that don't need to be there. I'm not talking about buying expensive furniture or new paintings or doing anything crazy. I'm talking about spending the least amount of money to get the biggest bang for what's available there to use. So that's the first thing, is the staging. The second thing is the photography and how it's presented. So for example, in our company, we use professional photography done by a very experienced photographer that's fantastic at what she does. And then we use a 3D model to also present the property. The reason the presentation is so important is because most buyers are buying your property when they see it online. They're not buying it when they come to see it in person. They're already predetermining whether or not they're buying it. So setting their expectation with a great presentation is really what this is all about. You know, how to stage it, how to photograph it, how to present it. That is really where the marketing magic happens with selling a property. The third thing is pricing the property correctly. So obviously, if your price doesn't match what you have to offer, it's too far off the market, you're not going to get any offers, you're not going to get any activity. People are going to look at it online, they're going to see the disconnect between price and condition, and they're just not going to be interested. So if you do those three things, you will sell your property. The final part, and the reason you need a good agent, is one, so that they can help you stage that property and get the most done, you know, biggest bang for the buck, least amount of money spent, but most presentation value. But really what you need a good agent for is to get you through the deal, okay? So I talk to people all the time, and a lot of times they don't even have those three things. They basically don't have any guidance by their agent, or they've done it themselves and they think they're gonna sell the property. So those three things are very important. But the final part is actually closing the deal. So I get people all the time who tell me, hey, I have an attorney, they're going to close the deal for me. I don't need an agent. You know what? An attorney is great to protect you legally. I would never say don't get an attorney if you want one. It's a great person to have on your team. Not always necessary in a real estate transaction. We generally keep them pretty simple. You know, we don't give you legal advice, but at the same time, we have a pretty decent system that gets you through a transaction with very little complications. But generally, an attorney is there to protect your legal interests. They're not there to close the deal or get you the best negotiation, or to make sure you have a flawless transaction where things aren't painful, or to coordinate everything and make sure it goes well. You know, they're just there to protect you legally. So having a great agent gets you through all the problems in a deal. So people they think it's all about what happens to get a contract, the marketing of the property. And really those three things I told you is all you need to do to get somebody to make an offer on your property. After the offer is made is when some of the real work starts. That's when we have to get through home inspections, appraisals, township CO inspections. That's where we have to deal with buyers' questions, where they're getting a little bit nervous about buying the property. That's where we have to coordinate, where you're going to go next. How, getting your payoffs for the mortgage, making sure you have enough money to close and to go on to the next thing that you're trying to do, to meet all your goals. And that's where most of our complications come into place. And that's where having a great agent and a great team really pays off, because that's where the money gets saved and the aggravation gets saved. Anybody can go put their house in the MLS and price it well enough, and eventually it'll sell. But closing the deal is a completely different story. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight. It's Ed Barsky with BK Real Estate, agents you can trust at a price you can afford. If you're thinking about buying or selling a property, give us a call, 856-428-2740, or visit our website at www.thebkteam.com. Thanks for checking this out, guys.